All right, we're live, guys. What's up? Happy Friday, everybody. We're live for the Friday daytime stream. All right, here we are. We'll click on this. We'll pause this. Mr. Asmer, you got the first comment. How's it going, Mr. Asmer? All right, let's get ourselves all set up. All right, there's the menu. We're going to say a lot more tag graded slabs incoming soon. Live card shop. All right, so that is the news for today. Tag grading has gone ahead and allowed me to become a group submitter. You are. So tag grading, if you guys come over here, you're going to see it right away. Here we are. So we're doing $30 for tag grading. That's like $10 off compared to PSA. And it's going to have a much faster turnaround time. So you have to think of it as sort of like you're getting a higher tier submission anyways, and at a cheaper price. So that's a pretty good deal. And I'm excited to use that because I actually like tag grading. So it's nice when you can get, when you can work out some sort of deal like that with the grading company you're enjoying a lot. We've had that before with SGC in the past. We almost had that with AGS, but AGS and I did not work out an agreement, if you recall that. Let's go ahead and jump over here. I talked to a gentleman over at Tag Grading. He seemed really nice. Let's see, oops, what did I just do? What the hell, did I just close it? I didn't know you could do that. Hold on, let's open this back up. Pull this back over here. Oscar says, yo. Yes, so you guys are going to see some more tag grading now. All right. Okay, we'll just pop this in here. Very nice. That also means we got to sell more tag grading. So we got to sell some Pokemon cards, man. Whoa, Brandon Wong with the big order. Holy cow. All right, and then also this gentleman here, he sent in for 20 booster boxes, 20 bulk boxes. Holy. We got some bulk boxes sold today. I got one guy who buys all my bulk boxes. He and I deal directly. We don't do eBay, so he gets a cheaper price. And I don't think he's a card shop. I think he's just a guy who likes bulk. I've talked to him a few times. Okay. How are we looking in our account here? Looking good. Okay, very nice. Okay, well, let's get started. So again, it looks like I have to create 20 bulk boxes for this one guy. How interesting. You know, he had purchased like 20 boxes about a month ago. And I told myself I better start saving up some of these bulk boxes because I'm not going to have enough for him. Here we are. How's the queue? We just started. I saw that you sent in a big order. I like that. Mr. Brandon, your wish is my command. I'm the genie in the bottle today for you. Let's move this. So we want to fit 3 slabs on the screen. Let's try to get 3 slabs on the screen. We're in vertical mode. Vertical mode undoubtedly outperforming the horizontal mode. Like it's not even close. Almost triple the views. Triple views, guys. More subscribes as well. You get way more subscribes. Vertical mode, guys. It's what YouTube wants it. YouTube wants vertical. They reward you for vertical like crazy. They do not reward you the same way for horizontal. I don't know why that is. Maybe it just comes down to the reality that more people watch in vertical these days. You know, like it could actually just be the case that everyone's turning on their cell phone to watch YouTube and they're watching stuff in vertical. They're not watching in horizontal anymore. I don't know what it is. But we have been testing data on vertical versus horizontal for like a week. So this has been another week. We're at the end of it. It is a Friday now. Let's go over to announcements. So we announced our tag grading deal. And then if we scroll up here and look at these 2 pieces of data, you can see that last night's stream for Thursday night only got 500 views. I don't know why that's so weak recently, but that is a lower amount than usual. 1 subscriber, 54 likes. And you scroll up here. This was the daytime stream for the same day. 1,372 views in less than 2 hours with 6 subscribers. So, I mean, it is what it is, guys. Vertical mode wins. really strongly. It's not close. It's not like, oh, it's 25% better or 50% better. It's like almost triple views. I don't know why that is. 1 subscriber versus 6 subscriber from a single stream. And it's a shorter stream. I mean, I think you could argue it's triple views because if we had streamed for 3.5 hours in vertical, it almost, at that pace, it almost certainly would have been more than triple the views. So I don't know what it's all about, but man, YouTube wants vertical, man. Vertical sucks on iPad. You're probably right. It's messed up my TV watching, though. I know we've got a lot of loyal viewers who have been around for a long time. Maybe try it out on your cell phone. I'm not sure what to say. But, I mean, I don't think we can ignore it because, you know, if we don't stream in vertical, our competitors will, and then we just fall behind the competitors. And so I think that we have to do some vertical streaming. We have to. All right, let's see. So, again, a big order, 20 book boxes. We will work on that later, though. Okay, William Wafter ordered at 5:04. That was just now. Brandon ordered at 4:57. And then the next order, here it is. Jose Arredondo, this is a true pre-order. He says he wants the Cat Mario card. Cat Mario. Oh, yeah, I need to tell them that they should grade poker cards. If they grade poker cards, that would be really helpful because I grade all my poker cards through PSA. Let's go find that Cat Mario. Where the heck is that? Cat Mario? Oh, is that the Hanafuda? That's the Hanafuda, isn't it? That's definitely the Hanafuda card. Well, we were taking pictures in our Discord server. Let me see if it's in there first, okay? Give me a second. Yeah, so vertical stream, triple the views, 6 times the subscribers. I mean, it has to be how people are watching, you know? Now, we're looking for the All Slab September. Is it in here? Checking in here before I go deep diving through the slabs on the table. Looks like it's on the table somewhere. Okay, let's start looking. Hey, what's up, Tammy? Oh, and there it is. So that is a Mario Hanafuda card. Let me take a picture of this. I want to share this with the guy who was talking to me. Let's see. Give me a second. I'm going to send him an email. All right, give me a second. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, and let's grab this. Sick cards, dude. Let's see behind. You want to see what they look like on the back? Okay, here's the back of the Mario card. Here's the back of the Pokemon card. Some Meryl's back there. And here's the back of the Hanafuda. Hanafuda is a bit more plain. We don't play Hanafuda in America. It's a Japanese game, I guess. So the first time I ever heard of it was actually these guys right here. Just like we don't play Karuta. But Karuta is also a Japanese card game. These are Karuta. See this? They call them Tora Karutas. Very interesting. PSA really went out of their way to get this encapsulated, didn't they? Look, this whole thing here. Super interesting. That's a hand-cut Tora Karuta Koro card from 1996. True piece of Pokemon history. And that is a VENMO. He's pretty affordable. So we found the Cat Mario. Where did we put him? We got to put him. We got to put his name down. Okay, Jose Arredondo. Good. I sent for the VENMO. Cool, man. Yeah, he's like an extremely cheap one, but he's still a extremely rare item. He's probably like pop 3 or 4. It says Pocket Monsters on the back, but it's just a VENMO. So, you know, we used to have him a little more expensive, but we've been checking some prices recently. He's a little cheaper. Oh, let's see. So he would also like 2 packs of OP13. OP13 in it up. Where we put the OP13? One piece OP13 is the new set. It's got a lot of good cards in it. A lot. Broad variety of good cards. So you will want to open that set, not just for the mangas, but for anything that might pop out of there. It's also very affordable. So this is not an expensive card set to open because, I don't know, because they're printing enough of it. Probably they're printing enough of it. We are. So you can get some really gradable, really nice cards out of OP13. Mr. Timmy said, boo, I think you're doing something wrong. Timmy said, boo. What's wrong, Timmy? Why are you booing? Let's see. All right. LMAO, ignore that, Brandon. It's for a certain someone. Oh, how much for that Mario card? So we got these Mario poker cards. Here's a nice Bowser. Here's a nice Princess Peach. We have more. They're on the table somewhere. We also are starting to take pictures of them and list them in our Discord server, which you can go check out. So if you're ever wanting to see all my slabs, we've got that listed in our Discord server. We are. All right. We are cold. And, oh, hello. Tossing this over here. So, Jose Arredondo with the captain here. Gold D. Roger. Let's go find this bag. Happy Friday to you guys. It's Labor Day weekend. Karis just informed me she has 3 days off. Monday is off. So she's in a good mood. What should we do this weekend? We didn't plan anything at all. Maybe we just hang out by the lake. It's nice 85 degrees out. This is like perfect summer weather. There's people going by on their Sea-Doos all day. Makes me jealous. I don't own a Sea-Doo. I just finished selling off my other 2 boats because I didn't like them. But you know what? I do like Sea-Doos. So that is a temptation. But if we're going to move, we shouldn't buy a Sea-Doo. See what's going on there? So we don't know. We don't know what to do next. We should figure it out, because if we decide to stay, which there is a chance for that, that is one of the options. If we decide to stay, we better buy the Sea-Doo right away. I don't want to wait. I want to go buy it so we can have some freaking fun, man. It's hard watching people have fun on those Sea-Doos. They're so cool. But we sold our old Sea-Doo. It was a Wave Runner. And we sold our Sea-Doo boat, which we did not like that one at all. It was way too slow. It had a very weak engine. You begin to realize how important the engines are. And we sold our Tri-Toon, which just wasn't for us. And unfortunately, we took poor care of it, so it kind of got really dirty and worn out. But all those are gone now. And we've learned our lesson a little bit on boats. I think if we bought another boat, it would just be like one good Sea-Doo, like a high-quality one. Not a boat, just a small Sea-Doo. And then those are easy to put away. They're easy to have fun on. They are. They're easier to repair even because they're so small. See, don't. Hey, TCC and affiliated? Figure out like the whole weekend. Would you choose 100 Destined Rival boxes or 100 prismatic UPCs? To be honest, probably the Destined Rivals. So prismatic has like this higher buy-in point per pack for the consumer. So the consumer has a higher paying price point. So when they're buying that prismatic, they have to pay like $17 a pack. So you just don't sell as many. Whereas Destined Rivals is a little bit cheaper and the pull rates are more forgiving. And there's still a lot of great pulls in Destined Rivals. It's not the ultimate set, though. It doesn't have Umbreon in it. Umbreon's in Prismatic, but who actually pulls Umbreon? Like, almost no one. So it's hard to say. It's hard to say, but I lean toward Destined Rivals just by a bit. They're pretty close to tied in my mind. Shouldn't the title be something like Official Tag Dealer? What did I actually say? I mean, I don't want to brag. A lot more tag-graded slabs incoming soon. Let's see. I'll say channel update. How about channel update? More tag slabs incoming. Dot, dot, dot. All right. So there we go. This is a slightly different title now. I don't know if people get super crazy over the title these days. I think people just click on a stream if they can see it's like a Pokemon card stream, but you never know. But no, I guess the title, it's all part of it. I drowned my binder in water and tears. Sorry, Mr. May I have the Prismatic SPC for pain? Oh, yes, the Prismatic SPC. So that's what you're looking for. Okay. Excuse me. You remember me? It's Mr. Punchball. Hey, what's up, Punchball? Now, wait a second. If I recall, you're kind of rich. The only card that could have survived it was the promo still in plastic. Oh, you really did have your binder fall into water. Is that what you're saying? So we got him the 2 OP13s. We got him the shipping. So we are done with that now. Let's just see. And then after that, it's Robert Brown, F501. And you placed your order. This is 504. Brandon placed this order at 457. So you are next. $720. And he would like a prismatic SPC. You got it, Brandon. So, guys, we are an official tag dealer, which is not super complicated. It really just means I worked out a deal, or I was eligible for a deal with Tag Grading, where they are going to have me submit cards in a large amount to them, and we get a little bit of a cheaper price. And one of the nice things about it, we're going to get a nice turnaround, too. So the turnaround times are meant to be a bit faster. So with PSA, you're noticing turnaround times of about 3 months. With Tag Grading, it's looking like it'll be just about 1 month. Not bad, huh? So if you decide to submit with Tag Grading through me, you're going to get a faster turnaround time and a cheaper price. PSA grading right now, we're doing it for $39. Tag Grading, $30, so almost $10 off. What do you guys think of that? That's not bad. How much is Tag Grading? Tag Grading, their price online, their cheapest price is higher than it used to be. It's actually a little bit higher than PSA. So it's actually pretty close to what we're submitting ours for right now. But, you know, of course, I got to get paid a little bit, and I got my costs on my side. So, yeah, we're actually not too far off from the website price. It's closer than you think, because when you pay for the actual return grading, when you pay to ship the item out to them, and when you consider the actual real cost of the labor of submitting the cards, like it takes hours of time, yeah, I mean, you could just submit with me, and it's not bad. It's not bad. The price to middleman grade here on our channel, very competitive. All right, Mr. Brandon, 1 SPC. How do you buy things? Says win losses. Hey, what's up, man? So you'll want to head over to the description of the live stream, which can be found by clicking on the 3 white dots on the upper corner of the live stream. Okay, prismatic SPC sealed. Let's take a quick look at the SPCs. We are opening up an SPC, and what that means is I'm also buying an SPC because I don't want my inventory levels to change on that one. My inventory levels, I want it to stay the same. We are all right, so we're going to acquire an SPC. It's a good thing, too, because we get to update our price based off of what it's going for today. So some items suddenly jump in price, and we will see what we're doing here. All right. Oh, okay, so, and that's that price. Let's see what we have in our Discord server. Not in our Discord server, description. So prismatic SPC. It goes up a little bit. Okay, so it's at 320. It's actually going to move to 339. We're going to hit save on that. Okay, maybe I should buy 2 of them. Maybe I should buy 2 of them. Maybe I should expand my inventory. So why just restock it when you can expand it? Maybe. I don't know. Should I? Maybe we'll just leave it as it is. All right, so let me go grab that for you. And so you got it at the older price, which was $320. You ready? So $320 off of $720 means you have $400 left. Let me go grab that SPC seal. I'll be right back, guys. All right. We got it. I'm in the stash. Ooh. Bit harder to fit this item on screen, isn't it? Oops, where did my marker go? There it goes. All right, not that it really fit on screen in horizontal mode, but it's even worse now in vertical. There we go. Here is the kitty cat meow. Here is the signature, and here is Thicky Wicky. Okay. So you can't see me do it, but I am opening this up over here behind you. Am I allowed to give the playmat to Cody? No, the only thing you can have me do is ship it to you, and then you ship it to Cody. Let's see. All right. It's a good question, because in the past we might have done that, but we don't do that anymore. Let's open this up. Here is the Eevee. And here are these cards. And there's a little box like this one. So when it's time to ship, if you want your little box, be sure to mention it, okay? So that I can tell Alexis to grab it for you. Put this inside of here. All right. I'm going to toss this out. And all right. So that's way over there now. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Very nice. Okay. Look at that beautiful Eevee, man. Guaranteed alt art. That's why this box is so cool. Guaranteed alt art. And then here are your prismatic packs. I've heard people say that the prismatic pull rate is better in the SPC. That's probably superstition, but still, let's cross our fingers for our friend Mr. Brandon here. Brandon's going deep. You ready? Okay, gonna have my Nidoking slab shipped. Just send through Venmo and message on Discord ? That'll work. Yeah, if you send me a message on Discord with your shipping address, that can work. You can also send me an email. If you send on Discord, be sure to give me your email address so I can add that to your label, because I want to be able to have them email you the tracking number. $15 pouch. The pouch is only $15 now. That means it's fallen in value over time. That's not a surprise. Oh, man. Here we go. All right. Let's get it. That happens every time. When it initially launches, everyone wants it. And then as time goes by, everyone has it. And they go, I don't need it anymore. And the price falls. Because it turns out there's a ton of them. Snipping this and snipping this. Got it? I'll send you an email. Yes, that'll work. You'll see my email address at the top of the description. It's really easy. It's just my name and then gmail.com. So TheCardconomist@gmail.com. All right. Snipping this. The wick I bought from you a couple years ago is now worth $1,000. Woo! Yeah, wick has been going up in price. She's a Burning Shadows hottie. Mommy Shasadi. I don't know if that's a word. That's not a word. She's a big tittied goth girl, and that card is so hard to grade 10. It never grades 10 because of the cutting issue that was really prolific for Burning Shadows. In fact, Burning Shadows didn't appreciate in value the way the other Sun and Moon sets did because of the cutting issue. Even though it's got one of the best cards in the whole era, it's got the Rainbow Charizard in it. And so as a result of that, there's a real lack of any card from that set graded 10. And she counts. She's one of those cards. I bought a bunch of these as cheap as like $300. And I've been selling them around $750. This will be the first one that I priced around $1,000. But it makes sense because we've been through another Pokemon boom. Prices have all jumped again. The Verizon lady was good because all I wanted was a phone upgrade, and I left with a new phone and a tablet. Yeah? She talked you into a tablet? Oh, no, dude. Oh, no. Now you got a tablet instead of a Pokemon. She was good. Here we go. We've got Raolu. Tablets go down in price. Pokemons go up in price. Here we are. Okay, here's Slowpoke. Look at that. I don't mean to rain on your parade. I hope you have fun with your new toys. Don't let me rain on your parade. Here's Sylveon. I'm a Pokemon card cheerleader, obviously, so you're going to always hear me talk that way. Here's... You'll just always hear me saying, you know, invest, 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 invest. Here's Eevee, Flareon. Mine was about $500 when I bought it from you the other year. Nice. Yeah, so it's definitely gone up over time, just like everything else. You bought it last year, which wasn't too long ago. But yeah, since then, since last year, pretty much all Pokemon cards have gone up, and she would not be an exception to that rule. Are yeah, just sitting on some cards. Feels really good, actually, because I've been selling cards for 6 years, and I've ran into so many guys who did stuff like pulled great cards out of XY era boxes, or Sun and Moon, or I'm sorry, Sword and Shield era. And so I've met a lot of people over the years, and many have stopped by and been like, hey, you know, you got me into cards a couple years ago, and it was one of my best decisions to get those. I had one guy say, because of me, he bought a whole bunch of like Fusion Strikes booster boxes, and they're at this new really high price, and he's selling them all so that he can go buy his first home. So he said, you know, he was thanking me because he was able to basically invest into Pokemon cards at a very high price, or at a very affordable price, and now they're at a very high price, and so he's strongly benefiting from that. And I don't know if that system will work forever. Like, I don't think you'll always be able to just buy booster boxes and then flip them for tons of money later. I don't think that's always going to work. It certainly worked here because they didn't print enough to meet demand. Oh, it's a good box. Mr. Brandon Wong picking up the other Eevee. Wow. What does this sell for? Is this going to be like $250 or something? How much is this selling for? Beautiful. CS Men's here. What's up, man? How's it going? He said, are there any slab breaks somewhat close to going off today? I can certainly show off the slab breaks. I'd be happy to do that. Check that out. That was a good box. It was like I was saying, people are claiming that the SPCs have a better pull rate. I don't know if that's true, but look, he just pulled a nice SIR. So now you got both EVs. Pretty sweet, man. That's a sweet, sweet deal. All right. Thank heavens. Slow King. Little hollow card there. About 40 in a PSA 10. Nah, not that guy. That's the English version. You're thinking of the maybe like the Japanese version might be cheap, but that's the English version. That'll be crazy expensive. Let me look it up. I bet you that's easily over 100. Might be about 200. I'll look it up for you. Okay, so we're going to go over here, and we're going to type in PSA 10 EV 167. Okay, and we want prismatic too. Prismatic. Sorry, I'm clearing my throat here. My throat's clogged. No, I'm not even close. He's way more expensive than that. That card is crazy expensive, reflecting how hard it is to grade cards out of the prismatic collection. Take a look. Last sold on August 28th. Buy it now for $450. Wow. So if you can just get a good grade on this, Brandon, that's a humongous flip. So this is the second part of the RNG. The first part is you have to pull the card. The second part is it has to be a 10. So let's take a look at the quality of your particular Eevee. Oh, there might, well, nah, I see a problem in the bottom right-hand corner. You ready? I hate to spoil things, but there you go. You got a little white dot there. I would anticipate a 9 on that. Oh, good heavens. It's so difficult, guys. This is why I appreciate the slab breaks so much, because if you understand the math, if you're good at math, you will see that the slab breaks offer a more cost-effective route to pull a really nice 10. Not as exciting as opening booster packs, but it is actually more cost-effective. Your odds are better opening up my custom booster packs that have just like one hollow card in it, or one common Pokemon card. It's more effective to do that than to open up tons of this, because this is so hard. I mean, you can grade these if you want, but you know how hard these are to move? Everyone's trying to sell these. This Eevee might be decent if he could grade 10, but you would just make back a little bit of money on that Eevee. And so that's what the game is all about, is how do I, if I'm going to open up RNG products, what should I open? Should it be Prismatic? Should it be Destined Rivals? Should it be Black Bolt and White Flare? Should I open up Korean product? Should I open up Chinese, Japanese product? Should I get into one of these slab breaks? The answer is, it's all a little bit difficult, but from my perspective, the slabs are always just a better deal. And this comes from the fact that customers, card collectors, hobbyists, they underappreciate how ridiculously difficult it is to actually get 10s. It is so difficult. People don't understand how difficult it is, and so they underestimate their true odds of the final value of one of those cards, you know, when they're opening. So, and this is all from the perspective of getting value out of what you open. Some people just open for fun. They don't think about all that. They just go, I don't care about all that. I'm just trying to have some fun. So don't tell me the odds. You know, I don't need to know. Or some people are like, I'm not here to make money. I'm just here to spend money. I don't care if I lose some money. I'm just here to have a good time. Mister, may I have $1 top loader for the EVSIR? Oh, yeah, let's go get a, I'll get you a top loader. Why not? I'll just pop that in for free. There we go. It's a pretty big order, so here's your complimentary free top loader. There you go. It's just too bad it's not going to grade 10. It's so exciting to pull something hot. It's even more exciting if it actually grades 10. I had that happen for me recently. I pulled out a Sylveon from Gem 2, and that Sylveon just came back, and it was actually a 10. And so that one Sylveon card's now worth like, what, 500 or something? It actually shows you that it would have been better for me to open the whole cases on my own and not sell those cases at all. Here we are. Brandon Wong. It's really interesting. The math behind all that is really interesting. I got some product that I'm opening that I'm going to be sending off to PSA pretty soon. You want to see what I opened recently? Let me show you something. Oh, I won't be sending it to PSA. I'll probably be sending it to Tag. So Tag just worked a deal out with me, and so now they're going to get a lot more cards from me. Here we go. These Gengars. So we're hoping a couple of these turn into 10s. All right. Okay. Pretty good, huh? It still could if they just disregard the Nick for some reason. They won't do that, though. PSA, in the past, you could kind of hope for that. We just had a really big PSA submission come back, and it's abundantly clear they don't do that. They always catch it, and it's always a 9. Even very small issues are 9s now. It's the new certification numbers. They're in the new certification era, and I call it the pristine PSA 10. It's no longer Gem Min, it's pristine. It's the new pristine PSA 10. They're very harsh on grading. Here we are. I don't necessarily... Ooh, oh, right. We got this nice giveaway. Ooh, look at that. How should we hand out spots in that Mario giveaway? That card's probably worth like almost $100. Here's a little cheap card. Here are 2 cheap cards. So for cheap card collectors, look at this. We've got Metapod and we got Ethan's Typhlosion. Nice cards. Wow, mister, I just saw that sexy Seismitoad Good Games. I need that. I need to get a 10 on that. 100K. Mister, may I have $1 top loader for the EV? I've been holding this first edition Team Rocket box for quite a while now. I don't know how I would even go about selling it. It's so much money. Hey, you know, I would be happy to sell that on consignment. You want me to do a box break with that? We are. That'd be cool. So, if you ever want to get rid of it, that is. So, we've got an order now for Robert Brown, $150 towards Slab Away. That's a big Slab Away payment. Sometimes our sales for a day is just a couple big Slab Away payments and not a lot else. And so, you know, on the screen, it doesn't look like much has happened, but in our sales numbers, a lot has happened. There we are. So that is $150. You're down to $95. Slab Away is very popular. I think it'll continue to be popular. In fact, if anything, I should probably be investing more money into creating more good Slab Aways for you guys. Here's a nice break. We've got the Heartbreak. Oops. Here's Bulbasaur. Oh, he was asking for a fast break. Here's a fast one. Check this bad boy out. 5 spots left. This could end very quickly. This could end right now. It's the very desirable Shinji Kanda. I almost called him Kendi. Shinji Kanda Magikarp drawing. The Japanese version. It's a little bit more affordable than the English version, do you think? The English version's like $2,000. So, but the English version's much harder to pull than the Japanese version. So the Japanese version comes out of a booster box where your odds for the Magikarp are much higher. So as a result, he's not as expensive, but the artwork is still good. So the fundamental desire for that artwork is still there, but he's more affordable. But the English one's really expensive. Marco Arboleta, give me that Koro Venonat. Yes. Now you are the owner of an exceptionally rare card cut by a child in 1996. I wish I could meet the kid today. He would be our age, wouldn't he? He'd be like 30, 35, maybe 40, depending on how old he was when he got it. Marco. Remember, it released in Japan before America, so There might be a lot of 40-year-old Japanese Pokemon card collectors or fans of Pokemon. All yours. We were pricing up those Koro Koro cards. We have quite a few of them. Some of them are much more expensive. They are like this guy and this guy. So now wait a sec. I kind of want to keep the birds together. Where'd the other birds go? So there's those two. We gotta get the Moltres. So these birds, I want to sell them together as a group. They're 150 a piece. Very, very cool. Not going to get a lot of chances to buy them together from anyone like this, especially considering how exceptionally rare these are. Why am I selling these? Because I own more of them, so I'm taken care of. I've got my pair. Somebody with deeper pockets can have this pair. 150 is probably a good and cheap price, if anything, because I believe that this is a kind of product that a lot of people have not discovered yet. And when it comes to these kind of discoverable items, their value tends to creep up as people discover what it is. You know, like a big YouTuber can come out and make a video on it, and then overnight it's more valuable. All right, we have a William Wafter PSA 6 Quest Vulpix. Wow, I was surprised that one lasted so long. There are so many Vulpix fans out there. Where is that one? So we got our Quest sticker grades back. Where is it? Where did I see it? Got some great Quest stickers. You know, I'm actually going to take one of these Quest stickers down. This guy right here was going to be a break. I think I just hold him. Charmander Quest sticker. That's really cool, isn't it? I don't know. I've already got one. So I've got two of them. Should I hold two of them? I don't need to. I only need one of them to make content with. I don't need two of them to make content with. You know, that's part of my reasoning. Let's see. Sorry for the spamming, guys. I'd like to keep the playmat in the Eevee pouch. Yes, that's okay. That's normal. You just let us know about having those items, okay? All right, I'm gonna put this guy over here. He was a break. I don't know if I should be selling that. So, you don't even know what I used to do in this chat years ago. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Okay. Where is that Vulpix? He didn't sell already, right? Ooh, Steamboat Willie break. That's cool, but nobody's in it so far. Here's a nice Koro Koro Vulpix. Pricier, though, but more prestigious, I believe. I can't find it. I can't find this dang Vulpix. Is it in the Discord server? Is that why? Help me out. If you make a purchase of a slab and it's on the Discord server, be sure to mention that. All right, so he's either in the last pile or he's in the Discord server, one or the other. If you make a purchase from the Discord server, let me know, because that slab's not going to be up here. All right, it's got to be from the Discord server. Give me a minute here, guys. 53 months. Woo! How long is that? 53 divided by 12. Oops. 53 divided by 12. 4.4 years. Wow, you've been around a long time. I really appreciate you, Mr. Javier. Until we meet again. We're like getting old, man. So let's get over here to the channel. All slabs September. We need to mark it off as sold. Here it is. So we're going to say Vulpix sold. Oh, I say cold. Now, I have to dig in here and go find that Vulpix. If you please. Let's see. Come on, Vulpix. Where you at? It's always nice to dig into the box when it's not too full yet, because you can actually find stuff. When the box gets really full and something sells, it's hell trying to find that item. Oh, there we go. It could be so difficult. These slabs are so slippery. Aha, I found it. There it is. Okay, a little $30 Vulpix. Okay. There we go. Cool. All right. And who's this for again? This is for our friend William Wafter. William Wafter. Here you go, William. All right. Thank you. It's a good price on that, don't you think? I mean, because probably if you cross-graded it to another company, it'd probably be higher than a 6. Okay, we have Justin Bruntz, and he wants me to ship his Nido King slab. Justin Bruntz. Oh, let me ask him a question. All right, so I'm going to ask him if he paid for a round of shipping. Okay, and then here's Gilberto. So Gilberto, he doesn't understand. A zip code has a 4-number finishing part. Check your mail to see what I mean. Also, maybe just retype your address here in case there was a typo, because USPS is rejecting that address, which is why it's asking for the final 4 digits of the zip code. For example, if you forgot to include a room number or building number. All right, so we're helping Gil. He is having trouble getting me his address because USPS rejected the address. Robert Tumman says 1 spot in the Charmander quest. Oh, I just took that down. Okay, hold on. Give me a second here. Give me a second here. Maybe I should just go through with the Charmander. What do you guys think? What up, Nathan G, my boy? I think I will hold on to this a little while longer. This Charmander, I'm going to hold on to him just slightly longer. Okay, I apologize for that, Robert Tumman. Sorry about that, man. You were so close to getting in there. Nobody jumped in last night when I was in the mood to sell it. Here it is, 40. All right, and now it's the next day, and I'm saying I don't need that money. What I really want is the Charmander. Here's Jose Ardondo, Magic Carp Break. Wait, did I get a Poke Shuffle? Says Justin Brunt. Did you get my email? Some weird name just emailed me back. Yeah, that's me, Derek Caton. Hold on, let me see. Maybe you place an order. Did you place an order along with that? Let's see. I'm not seeing that. Oh, there it is. Justin Brunt. Okay, it's not your turn yet. That's what's going on. Okay, so you've got an upcoming order where you paid for shipping and you paid for a Poke Shuffle, obviously. All right, sounds good, man. So we'll take care of you. Let me just run into that order first. So Jose Ardondo is next, though. I wasn't sure if you had already paid for shipping, so I was unsure whether to proceed. There it goes. All right. So here is the Magikarp. It's a really good break. This kind of break finishes very fast. Okay. Here's a Graham Cousins. He says 2 of the one-piece OP12. Okay, so I think he wants 2 boxes of one-piece OP12. All right, so strap in, guys. Let me go get some of those boxes. Oh, they're right here, in fact. Very easy. All right, OP12. I got 3 slots in that as well. Okay, so there's 1 spot on Magikarp then. Ooh, that's a kind of a big roller move right there. That's a high-risk move, because if you miss, you're going to miss pretty hard. But your odds are good to actually hit it. They're almost 50%. But it happens that people miss, okay? So you have to imagine that in your mind, missing out on $120. Let's grab this. Yeah, kind of a coin toss on the Magikarp. That's cool, man. All right, Graham Cousins, what's up, man? How's it going? Karis and I were debating places to move this morning. Really undecided. What do you guys think? Where do you guys live, and do you love it, and why? Tell me where you think I ought to move. I wish a robot could choose for me, and it like knew more than I did, so it could only make the correct choice. but I know that doesn't exist. Here we are. Korea, you know why, mister? I'm going to Korea for, I don't know, the Lady Boys. Wait, that's Thailand. For the K-pop and Labubus. There we go. Florida. Yeah, Florida pops up a lot. I like Florida. You know, there's just one holdout on Florida besides the hurricanes. There's one holdout. I think I would miss the winter. I actually do like a nice winter. It makes Christmas very special feeling. So if you have lived your whole life in Florida and you've never experienced that chill winter air and then the nice bit of snow and then you get the Christmas tree going, you go Christmas tree shopping, you're wearing your overcoat, you get to carry that tree in, it smells like pine, you light that all up for Christmas. I don't think you'd experience that in some states. Some states are too warm for that. Christmas is something to miss. It really is. But I'm sure you could have like a summertime Christmas. And you just put the tree up anyways. But you know, I don't know if people even celebrate Christmas that much anymore. I don't know if it's as special as it used to be. But for me, I still really enjoy it. Here we are. Moved from Colorado, then to Houston. Definitely missed the Christmas snow and cold. But after that week, let me tell you, well worth it. I see what you're saying. You're saying even though you miss out on the Christmas week, it's still really nice the fact that you don't have to deal with the crappy January, crappy February. You know what I'm saying? You're saying you don't miss the cold in the worst months of the winter. Ooh, we got Leg Man. Here we go. The barbecue for Christmas in California. This most definitely Christmas palm tree now. Yeah, Christmas palm tree. Here we are. Ooh, I wish I could have like, if I was really wealthy, like some of these billionaires, I'd probably own like a house in some nice mountain village, like Wyoming, Jackson Hole. I'd probably own a home there, and then I'd celebrate Christmas there, and then I'd just fly back to Miami or wherever the hell they're living. You know, living in a nice place. Okay. How does the South celebrate Christmas without snow? Yeah, it makes me, scares me. There's Montana, man. I was studying a bunch of Montana, but Montana gets bitterly cold in the winter. They get rough, cold weather. They get real cold. There we go. They don't get diet winter. They get full winter. There you are. I was reading they get like negative 30-degree wind in the worst time of the year, negative 30 degrees. What do they call that? They call that wind something. Oops. All right. Negative 30. I don't know about that. I don't want to move to Russia. Sanji box. Oh, yeah. His name is Sanji. Ace Sanji. What's this sword guy's name? I'm trying to remember that one, too. There you go. That's box number 1. Box number 2 for Mr. Graham. Wind chill. Yeah, they get like negative 30-degree wind chill. I'm like, I don't know, dude. Sounds fun on a vacation. Go on vacation to Montana. I don't know if I'd go there permanently. What's the permanent place to live, you know? California seems real nice. Then you look at their taxes and you go, no, it's not. No, it's not. You do not want to pay that taxes and lose that money for the rest of your life. But I think they have other issues too, like overcrowding. Probably, maybe they have more rules and restrictions on what you're allowed to do. Maybe they got some issues with homelessness that really stand out. They are. That's not about to go away. They're not about to solve it tomorrow. So, but California seems nice, but it seems like the downsides are really holding it back. But then again, I also thought about this. What if California ever figured those things out? Like, what if people ever voted to lower the taxes and they like swept up the whole homelessness issue? You know, they just put it away. They like got rid of it. It'd be like, would the homes explode in value then? I don't know. All right, you ready? So, but California's, they've got the nice weather. That's a really good selling point. Nice weather. Nice weather. They've got the ocean. You know, I like the ocean a lot. I like living near water. I can live near a lake. There's nothing wrong with lakes. But I also like the water to be warm. And I know Florida's got warm water. And California's water is going to be a bit chilly, actually. We are. Lake of the Ozarks, I discovered by doing some research. I did not know this, but Lake of the Ozarks has some of the hottest summertime weather water temperatures that hit 90. And so you guys have heard me talk about that while live before, how we can go swimming and it's like you've just jumped into a hot bathtub. It's like not an exaggeration. The water is so hot, you climb into it and it doesn't cool you off. But that's really nice, especially near nighttime. So the sun goes down and you climb into the warm water and it's like you've climbed into a hot tub almost. And you just float in the water. You can skinny dip, especially since you own the lake. You know, so you don't own the lake, you own the lakefront, waterfront part, you know, the land. And so you can get naked in the nighttime and no one can see you because you're naked. It's too dark outside, right? Climbing that nice warm water. I mean, that's cool. The moon's out. Oh, it's very cool, very sexy. So that's a really unique experience. I don't think you're going to get that everywhere. But I don't know also if it's worth living out here just for that one experience. We are. I think they even depicted that in the TV show Ozark. There's a scene where a lady and her husband go skinny dipping together. She's like some sort of drug dealer or some crazy thing. But it's like, I get it, because that's exactly what you can do out here. The water's so hot at night. It's like 90-degree water, and it's pitch black. And so you can just climb in, and it's really cool. We are. You can't own waterways. Right, we don't own the water. What we own is the actual, who owns the water? It's like the state or Ameren EU or whatever it's called. They own the water, but you own the actual land. Here it is. So you can own the lakefront land, and that's a pretty cool thing because people don't generally come near your chunk of land. They stay away from it for the most part. They actually did write rules about being like a nuisance fisher. There were like rules that you cannot block the entryway of another person's dock. And they were doing that because there were like these guys who would go fishing too close to your dock. And this was becoming an issue because it's like some areas are really crowded, like genuinely crowded, but also because it sort of left an opening for people to steal. So they would go fishing, in quotation marks, fishing. So they will sneak up to your dock in a fishing boat. They'll go fishing, and they'll actually climb onto your dock and start to steal really expensive stuff. I mean, everything related to boats and swimming in the water, they're all luxury goods, kind of like skiing. So it's all really expensive. So there was like a string of really bad thefts out here, and property theft is still a big issue in Lake of the Ozarks because there's this combination of really rich people and really poor people. Well, if you're kind of poor, but you got a little fishing boat, you know, scooter up to someone's fancy dock, climb onto it when no one's looking, and steal like thousands of dollars of stuff and leave. So they wrote a rule out here that your fishing boat's not actually allowed to get too close to another guy's dock. It's not allowed, unless you're wearing socks. All right, so that's for Mr. Graham Dean Cousins. Thank you so much for the big order, man. We had the boat conversation on your order. Look at this. Ooh. Oh, we have the chef who likes Sanji, and we have Sanji. All right, so those are your three pulls. I think these are considered alt arts, right? Are these considered alt arts? Really nice. Star, star, star. I see stars above all of them. Okay, scoundrels. We got robbed. Karis and I got robbed. We were actually victims of it. We experienced it. When we bought our lake house, it came with this black plastic tool chest, and you open it up, and it's full of tools. And one day, I noticed that the tool chest was open, and I went down there. All the tools were stolen out of it. So somebody came up to our dock, climbed onto it, took all the tools, and put it onto their boat. And so we were victims of that. Now, did I care? Not too much, because I didn't buy those tools. I guess you could say it came with the house, but I also never used them either. So, and I didn't consider them super expensive. Maybe it was about $60 worth of tools. But yeah, they had to have climbed onto our dock. They pulled all the tools out of the toolbox, and then they bopped off. So yeah, people get really touchy over that subject because there's people who love to fish and they say, hey, the water's for everybody. And then there's other people saying, you know, we take care of this area and you got all these thieves coming in and stealing everything. Like, we need to have some privacy on our property. So people don't like that, especially because if you can own a lake house, it's kind of a snooty thing, isn't it? It's kind of snooty to own a lake house. And so if you got this rich lake house owning guy and he's like, stay out of the water by my lake house, everyone's like, oh, what a Karen. But it's like at the same time, it's for people who can afford a lake house, it's highly desirable to actually own that area and be like, I paid for this, I manicure, I take care of it. I think that's the right word, manicure it. And I have stuff that can be stolen in this area, and I don't want it stolen. So, you know, I want my privacy. Yeah, I remember we had a whole debate a couple of years ago when I was living at the Blue House over these guys that would come and fish around my dock, and I didn't like it. And it was because you don't really think about this until you own one. You know, they leave like hooks in the water, and it is kind of like dirty lake water, and you don't want to step on a hook under the water. You know what I'm saying? So, but they leave tackle and hook and all this other stuff. But not just that, they actually leave a lot of other stuff too. These are not super nice people who do the fishing. Sometimes the people who do the fishing are nice. Sometimes they're kind of like bummy redneck types. I'm not trying to beat up on anybody, but I'm just saying like hillbilly types, okay? They come up in their little boat and they just dump their food in the water. So they just dump like plastic containers in the water, and it's so gross. And then, you know, if the hook gets caught anywhere on the dock, on the electrical wires under the water, on the rocks or the sticks that pass by, now you got a hook trapped right where you go walking in the water. And it's just like, oh man, I don't want any of that. And plus we were victims of actual theft, so we know what that feels like too. So I remember that was like a whole conversation. That was like a whole debate on our channel for a little while. Who has a right to the water? All right, next up, Ivan Rodriguez, the PSA slab on the table on the left. Okay, you got it. $19, huh? On the left, you said. On the left. Maybe he means the left third pile? Maybe he means on the right. Did you mean on the right? You mean this one? This is on, this is on the right. This would be the left. He must mean this one. There you go. The $19 slab is on the right row. Oh, I got you. Okay, perfect. You know, my brain kind of remembered it. It said, isn't there one on the right? Ivan Rodriguez. Thanks, man. But yeah, so they will go fishing, and they will have like styrofoam cups from like the gas station, or like plastic baggies for the bait and stuff, or like the bait for the worms. And they're not that clean. They just kind of let that stuff go in the water, and it's just like, gee whiz, dude. Mr. CS Man, 3 spots in the Magikarp. Here we are. Redneck Yacht Club. Yeah, here we are. Redneck Yacht Club. There's a lot of really nice people out here. People out here really love the lake, but some people are just kind of dirty, and they don't respect that you live there full time, or that you actually have to see their yucky plastic cup stuck on a stick floating in the water forever unless you swim out and clean it. They don't really care about that. They just care about fishing your dock, or apparently about stealing your stuff off your dock. Some of them. Somebody's doing it. So they passed that law, and it was kind of controversial when they passed it. There was some pushback to it. Here it is. But you know, I did notice that there were less people there. Our neighbor that lived right next to us, they actually had motion detecting security cameras on their dock. And I didn't really understand that until we got robbed. Then I was like, oh, because people rob so often. It is Mario and Togepi. Yeah, you can swim up to someone's dock too. You can just swim up to it, and you can see it just covered in valuable items. Flotation devices, life jackets that are worth like almost $50 a life jacket. There's a lot of chintzy life jackets at like Walmart. They're not worth anything. But then you get like the higher end ones that are designed specifically for like kayaking, or they're designed for to be more comfortable while riding a Sea-Doo. Those are like $50 for an adult life jacket. So if you could just steal 2 of those, you've just made like $100. And no one would know you took them. So it's really a curious thing, isn't it? All right, so now we've got Justin Brunts is up shipping, and 1 raw shuffle. This is Justin Brunts. Yes, Mr. Justin was waiting a little while. Here you go, Mr. Justin. Let's see what you got. Oops, put that back in the box. Okay, so we put this back here, and now you get this top pile right here. That gem break is sick. Is anybody in that at the moment? That's about to go off. This is almost done. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's yours. The way this works, you get 1 card per spot, meaning you always get something. That's going to be a cold one, Mr. Justin. That is a cold round. Okay, that's what a cold pack looks like in here. We saw a hot pack come out the other night, didn't we? I think we did, didn't we? I can't remember. Let's see. Justin. Here we are. Very nice. Daytime for the win. Yeah, Daytime, you guys kicked butt yesterday in terms of views when you compared the views to the nighttime stream. But you know what it really was? It was the vertical stream, dude. We get so many views in the vertical. Okay. No hooks in peen too. Yeah. Yeah, so far I've not stepped on a hook, but I've actually ran into them wrapped around floating logs. And so could you imagine a log floats by and it hooks your arm or something while you're just waving around in the water? That'd be horrible, dude. It's like something out of a scary movie. It's so horrible to think about. But that is the risk of swimming out here. Now, we had a really gigantic, like a full-size tree stuck on our dock the other day, and it was humongous, dude. It was so long, it touched the other dock, the other house, and we kind of fidgeted with it and got it pushed out to the center of the lake. It was really funny. So we don't know where it is now, but yeah, it was really fascinating watching that. Mr. Justin, let's go get your address. You sent it to us, so thank you for that. Okay. We're setting up a shipment for him right now, guys. Okay, we got your name. Now we're going to get this address. Okay. Grab that. Okay, and now we're going to get that email. So the email's the best part. We want your email because we want to be able to... I want to let me copy the email. We want to be able to get you that automatic tracking number that stamps.com is going to send you. Okay, it's going to be an email from stamps.com. And it'll contain the tracking number. That's true for all you other guys who might do some shipping with this too. It's an automated email. Check your spam folder for it if you didn't see it come into your regular folder. I know how much you guys like tracking numbers, because if you don't receive one, you kind of go nuts and ask me for one. Okay, let's hit print. Deciding the price of it. Let's see what you guys are saying. Hi, Mr. Been a long time. Came by to see how you were doing. Hope all is well. It's Leon. What's up, Mr. Leon? How's it going? Yeah, we're approaching 100,000 subscribers. We don't get as many views per stream as we once got. I will say this, though. The orders are as busy as ever. And real steady orders for a long time. And then we actually host 2 live streams. So we have a daytime stream and a nighttime stream. And so I think part of the point about the views is people have decided they only need to watch one of the streams. They don't need to watch both because they only order in one of them and then they go to bed or whatever. So I think that if you look at our aggregate views for both live streams, it's a little bit better. But yeah, we're testing out this vertical live stream mode most recently, and it's weird how many more views you're getting. Can you guys hear me? Was the stream interrupted at all? All right, let's see. Give me a second. There we go. What just happened? Yeah, a little bit. Oh, sorry about that. All right, give me a second. All right. So, place this back up here. I might have to get in that gym break if the Magikarp doesn't go too well. You can buy into both. That's very common, in fact. Let's count the number of people in this booster pack. You ready? So, here we are. All right, so this is for this break. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's only 4 spots left in here. Remember, everybody gets 1 card from the pack. Thing is, 1 person gets the rare card from the pack. Ah, that's what you want. The rare card can include a really special non-holographic but highly desirable rare called Rocket Snorlax. So even if the pack is a cold, light pack, it can still contain Rocket Snorlax in it, and that'll be an awesome pull. Okay. So... So here's Zach. He says 10 of the OP6 English. OP6 English. I have a lot of OP6 English. So I would love to see more of that sell down. Where is that? I haven't touched the price on that set in a long time because I'm not interested in touching the price on it. I kind of just want to see that one sell through. Let me go get you a fresh box, okay? Fresh box time. All right. Here we are. Doing that. Very nice. So this is going to say 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Let's see. Oops. What's that? Go back in the box. There we go. All right. So Zach going into the English OP6s. Ooh. When Q is clear. Oh, what would you like to do when Q is clear? Let me go ahead and snip this. Ready? Snip. Here is a snip over here. Snipping this. And a snip on this too. All right. Okay. What's this? Oh, some hollows. Here to watch and learn and enjoy the good vibes. Hey, what's up, Lee? Nice to meet you, man. They are. All right. It's nice to meet you. We've been doing this a long time. We've been doing it about 6 years now. And yeah, we just have a lot of fun here. We open a lot of cards. We have a lot of these, you know, these are channel unique breaks. The slab breaks are something you can't find at Walmart. You can't find it on eBay. Just something that you got to have a host for. So you're really never going to find those things on eBay or at Walmart. It's just how it is. You got to have a host them. Ooh, Borsalino. Okay. But we got a lot of cool products and we have a lot of fun times. We tend to talk about, you know, any subject at all. So I would say this is a great stream for adults. Not as many kids in this stream. We are. We'll talk about the ongoing news. We'll talk about the stock market. You know, sometimes stuff kids will find a little boring or off-putting. We are. All right. And then, of course, we talk a whole lot about cards. So we talk a lot about the market. Here we are. We tend to take more of an analytical, financial conversation. We are. Will the current tax submission get the increased turnaround time, or did the one already go out before the deal? No, that one has not gone out. I've specifically, by the way, so I applied for it and I've not finished submitting the tax submission specifically because I was waiting to see what they said. And so we've had a good thing happen where now we're going to get the tag grading for cheaper, not too much cheaper, just a few dollars cheaper. But they're asking us to set in a lot of slabs per month. And they're telling me that I will get a guaranteed faster turnaround time because our submissions will be done first. So our submissions are done before, let's say, the bulk submissions. That's nice. That's kind of like having a higher tier submission grading tier, but at maybe a little bit of a cheaper price. But they said the trade-off is we have to submit a lot, and we have to guarantee to submit those cards. So if you guys don't submit anything, I'm going to submit a lot. That's how it's going to work, and I'm excited. I like tag grading. I like their slabs. Look at their slabs. Look at this. Look at this. Look how pretty this is. So it's just a fact that their slabs are very pretty. There's no way around it. Look at the label up there. That's pretty cool. The guy was pointing out that they write the name in Japanese and that's popular overseas. You got the QR code leads to their website where you can actually get a grading review. And look at that. Oh, I asked him about the sequential certification number. He explained that too. He said the reason that they don't do sequential certification numbers is to privatize the cards when they're submitted. It's kind of an interesting idea. We are. Ooh. So by randomizing it, you don't know which card went into which submission. Kind of a fascinating idea. So look how clear that is. And this is something that I've known for a little while. And if you grab like a PSA slab, look at a PSA slab. Do you see how the plastic is just kind of like lower quality? You see all the little lines running through it? There's just a million little lines running through it. And look right up here. See the splotchiness on the PSA slab? That splotchiness like ruins PSA 10 Topps cards, because Topps cards are very pretty. Look at that. You see how gross that is? Topps cards are very pretty. See the splotchiness? This splotchiness ruins Topps cards. I hate it. It's on a lot of PSA slabs, this splotchiness. And so tag slabs just don't have that. And so even though PSA has the more established brand, they've been doing a good job for a long time, and they probably always will have that strong brand. I don't think they're about to give it up. I think that tag has a sort of competitive angle where they're going with a different type of plastic. I mean, look, you just see right through the slab. It's crazy. And you'll see the difference. If you ever buy one of these and compare it to your PSA slab, you'll see the difference. But yeah, so it's an interesting thing. Nice, sounds good. My kids got me into Pokemon, but always cool to see and learn new things. Your kids? I was a kid when I started collecting in 1999. In 1999, 2000. So here you go, Zach. Mr. Zach, let's grab your bag. I thought that was a pretty good round, don't you think so? You pulled a couple hits in just 10 packs. Let me pull this out. Okay. Get a fresh bag. Do you ship international? Yes. I've been shipping international for 6 years now. So I have an enormous amount of experience of international shipping. In fact, I learned how to ship international through my dad. He ran a home business when I was a teenager. I was a homeschooled teenager, okay? I came from a family of 11 children. My dad ran a home business to pay for us all, right? Because that's a lot of kids. So he had a full-time job, and then he came home and he worked more. And I helped him run that business, and guess what I did all the way back then? Shipped international things. So we'd ship to like Japan and places like that. Back then, it was actually much harder to ship things international. You had to fill out a custom form sort of like by hand, and they were really tricky to fill out back in the day. Like this was a long, long time ago. You're talking like the 1999 and beyond kind of time period. And it was right at the release of eBay, actually. So I was learning how to do international shipping all the way back then. And so I've been doing it a real long time. Here's Vulpix. Here's Muck. When we ship your cards international, we do our best to keep your import fees low. So, for example, let's say you're going to open up a whole box of, I don't know. You're going to open up a whole box of this guy right here, Destined Rivals. And let's say your pulls aren't what you wish they were. They were just kind of junky pulls. Oh, well. Well, when you ship them home, I'm not going to declare them for like the whole value of a sealed box, because it's not a sealed box anymore, is it? It's a different thing now. So if I can declare it for just a little bit because you got some bad pulls, you're going to save a lot of money on import fees. Whereas if you ship this overseas sealed, I'm going to have to declare the full value, and then you're going to pay a lot of import fees. So yeah, if you're international watching this right now and you've thought about making a purchase here on the stream, just know if you open packs overseas, you can pay for the price over here. And then once it's transformed into an unsealed product, we're going to try and declare it at the unsealed product value. Okay, because you've transformed the item. It's a different item now. So that's how I feel about it. And we've been doing that a long time pretty successfully. One thing that is pretty hard to slip past customs is actually graded slabs. They tend to, if they open your package and they notice you got some, we can under-declare them. We can try to do that, but they don't like that. If you get caught, they can have a punishment, or they may just declare it what they think it's really worth. But let's say you get caught once, and then you got caught a second time trying to under-declare slab. They could be like, all right, there's a penalty this time. So, so we can, we try to, once or twice, we can try to sneak some by them, but I wouldn't play around with it too much. Here's Luke Laurie, 1 Halo Upper Deck, 1 Halo Tops. So I'm recommending declaring those properly. Here we go, let's see. However, here's another scenario. Let's say you're international and you participate in the breaks and you pull some big ass slab like this beautiful guy. You pull this for $40 in our breaks. Well, when we declare it, I can declare this for $40. You know why? That's what you paid for it. You paid $40 for it. So if you're international watching this, you might be interested in the breaks, because each one that you win, we're just going to declare for $40. And when it gets to the border, if they say this isn't worth $40, save your receipts, show them what you bought, be like, I bought this out of a break. And you might even clip the timestamp so that you can show them you pulled it for 40 bucks. And so you can make an argument to them, I paid $40 for this $1,000 slab, you know, something like that. And that's if they even check it. A lot of, like 99% of the time, customs never checks. But more recently, they are checking Pokemon cards in particular. So if you international ship trading cards, I think more recently they're starting to check those packages or scan them with like a radar, not radar, an X-ray. So I think they're starting to X-ray packages that have Pokemon cards on the, or they say playing. I say playing cards on mine. So when I do an international shipment, we say playing cards because that's what they are. They're playing cards. And but I think they check those, and they're starting to say, wait a second, these Pokemon cards are getting shipped overseas and they're worth millions of dollars, and we're supposed to be collecting on those. So it's unfortunate that it would go that way. But, you know, it's just part of, it's sort of like part of growing up for Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards were kind of looked at like they were meaningless kids' toys. They're not looked at that way anymore. Pokemon cards are, like, they're treated really seriously like sports cards now. And sports cards is probably the best comparison. But, you know, like gold or silver or other expensive items that hold a lot of value, but they're like alternative assets, right? Among the Jackals, this is a vintage Topps pack. It's much more expensive than Upper Deck. So this was Upper Deck. He pulled a nice transparent card. But this is like the OG Topps 2000 Halo, almost 20 years old. Okay, you ready? So we got Shadow. Here's the Brutes. Ah, yeah, look at that. So that is a nice pull. Flood Combat Form Elite. That is so neat, man. Mister, where's the Eevee slab? You want an Eevee slab? America, me, 2 and lost cards. Here we are. The tax slabs, you can add the light on the bottom and light it up. Can I get 4 packs of English PRB1 when the queue is clear? Here we are. All right. You know, one trick to making sure you get your stuff opened on time would be if you send in a penny message, we can get you into the queue. When it's a particularly busy day, sometimes it's better to do it that way, because otherwise you might find out that it's hard to get into that list. There it is. 1995, I still got sealed sports wax from back then. Choosh. Mister, I'm going to send for PSA grading for it. For that? Oh, yeah. Here we are. Sounds good, man. We have been getting an increased demand in middleman grading anyways, I noticed. It's a very popular thing on this channel, maybe because I'm so consistent with it. All right. Okay, let's see. Wait, Halo has a card game? Not just Halo, Topps Halo. Topps Halo. It's not a card game, by the way. Halo Topps is just a collectible card. The Topps company doesn't make games. They make collectible cards. So we have Topps Halo. We have Topps Marvel on the menu, I believe. We have Topps Lord of the Rings. They make really high-quality cards. They're a premium card company. All right, that's for Luke Laurie. That was a cool pull, man. That's called an embossed holo, by the way, out of that pack. That was an embossed holo. Okay, Luke Laurie's done. We've got Miss Janice, slab away for the 2015 Nintendo Retro Mario PC Bowser Joker. Whew, that's a long name. Let's go find that. Where did we place that? Where'd he go? He was just up here. Here he is. All right, so you want to slab away his $100 card, Miss Janice. Okay. Set that there. Let me mark on red. So we're going to jump up here to the slab away channel. And we're going to click on this, Miss Janice. It's going to go in here under September 25, Janice Wells. And it's going to say, Poker Bowser, $100. Now, since it's a cheaper slab, it's not going to be $20 to slab it away. I think let's have it be $10 to slab it away. So it'll be half that price. And you sent in 50. So you're going to have a $40 applied to it. So you have $60 left on the card. And there you go. And then let me respond to this real fast. Oops. All right. All right. So give me a second here. We're going to do a little thing for someone. Jumping into here. All right, we're going to click on, I think it's under this button. No, it's not under that button. Where is it? Maybe it's under settings. Is it under here? No. Oh, here it is. It's got to be this, right? Well, I haven't done this in a long time. I can't remember where it was. I like this song. Okay, let me hit cancel on that. I'm trying to find something, guys. Give me a minute here. I thought it was under settings. Oh, here it is. Okay, I found it. All right, let's see. This song's so beepy. All right, hold on. Let me contact this guy. All right. Give me a second here, guys. I know I'm being real quiet. I'm doing a little job over here on the computer. Mr. Louis is asked to come hang out again, and I think I'm going to let him do that. So give me a second. I have to find his account. Oh my God, there's too many of these. Man. All right, we'll just hit save on that. All right. All right. Mr. Scroll up and read chat. All right, let's see what he's saying. So, wrong slab, it's in Discord. Ah, okay, no problem. It's in Discord. So yes, you're right. We had multiple Bowser slabs. So you must be talking about this big, beautiful slab. I thought this one would be very popular, in fact. And it looks like it is, because it's already sold. All right. So since that one's sold then, I do not blame you for going after that one. That is such a cool slab. Oh, this isn't Bowser. This is Mario. Oh, right. I almost gave away another one of the Bowsers. So this is a cool looking Bowser, but he's like the standard Bowser, right? But look at this retro Bowser. Isn't that cool? So she's grabbing this one. Oh, it's good looking, man. It's good looking. Okay, Miss Janice. Good pick, by the way. Also, let me go ahead and, oops. Just got here. I don't see a site link on your page to purchase cards to rip. Do you rip for yourself, or is there a spot we can buy into? Hey, what's up, Erica? I just noticed your comment. Sorry, I was a little busy. So, Erica, if you're still watching, you'll want to check the upper right-hand corner of the screen. You'll see a link there, 3 little dots. You'll click on that. It'll open up the description. The description is really where we keep all of our information on buying cards. Okay, there's no website for it. It's really easy. You just send money over PayPal, ZELLE, crypto, Cash App, Venmo, whatever you're comfortable using. You just do that, and that's how it works. So it's really uncomplicated. Okay, I found it. So let's update this for Miss Janice now. Jump back in here. And he is actually 125. So I'm going to start at 125. And then we're going to remove 40 from that. So 125. What time is it? 6:24 minus 40. I know Karis is probably feeling pretty lonely right now because she's off work right now. So we gotta get as much done as we can. So that's gonna be 85. I hear all the boats going on outside. It's people are starting to have fun already out here, you know. It's that Labor Day weekend. Is the Mario free? He is free, but I haven't started giving him away yet. I'm trying to determine how we should give away spots for that Mario, because he's a pricier card at this time. Okay. So Zach is jumping into the pack split. Here you go, Zach. 3 spots left on the pack split. Zach Stex. Here you go, Zach. I was advertising that a little bit. He jumped in there right away. Okay. Janice is done. CS Men says 4 spots in the pack split. Okay, so that would suggest you're going to have 3 spots in there and $36 left over. 1, 2, 3, 4. By the way, did Robert Tumman see that he's got $40? He tried jumping into a Charmander break that I took down, actually, just before his order arrived. $40. All right, there we go. Did you ever buy a canoe? I bought a nice $1,000 kayak that I've used about 2 times ever. So beware thinking you're going to buy and play in the water. It's just kind of a big waste of money, isn't it? I want a Sea-Doo, man. Sea-Doos would be nice. But Karis and I have to discuss if we're staying here in Lake of the Ozarks. If we decide to stay, we're Sea-Dooing, baby. We're going to get some Sea-Doos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's complete. You guys who are watching right now, you get the luxury of watching a booster pack break, a pack split. This is something we started doing years ago that was kind of unique to our channel, and we still do it today, and it's very popular. Basically, these guys are now in the break, and they have a $36 chance to pull the chase card out of this very expensive vintage pack. Here goes. We usually host this stream in horizontal, so usually there's more space for it. Here we are. But we are in vertical, and so we're going to work with tight quarters. Move this slabs over, maybe. Okay, get those moved over. So here's everyone in the break. Zach, you made it in. I wrote CS Men down for $36. Oh, I wrote you down for too much. I wrote you down for 40. It's actually 36. Sea-Doos are a lot of fun and much better financial choice over a boat. They're so easy to use. Like when you want to put them away, it's so easy to put them away. Like you just put a little cover on them and yeah, they get put away very quickly. Boats, they take like 30 minutes to put away. And I think that that's a huge part of the reason why I did not enjoy boating. It just takes too long to take care of it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like when you're buying a car and you drive your car, you just park it in the driveway or in the garage, and then you're done. That's it. You are done. You just climb out of your car, and it's good to go. If you do that with your boats, think of your boat like a car with no roof. It's one of those convertibles. Your boat is like a convertible. It's an open seat. You know, if it rains, it's going to rain right on the upholstery. If the bugs get into it, it's like bugs are inside of your car with open windows. So a boat is like a convertible. It's all the way open. And in order to protect it, you have to so first of all, it's much trickier to park it. It parks onto a lift, and then the lift's got to rise and all this. It takes a long time for all that. But on top of that, you have to carefully cover the boat with a sort of like a tarp that's designed just for that boat. But it's really like odd and strange trying to get that tarp on. It's really tricky. Some people don't like it, just like I don't like it. So they will actually build a cover for the boat onto the dock, and then they push a button on the dock and it covers the boat. Like maybe that's what I need, but that's rare. You don't see those very often. Most people spend hours just setting their boat up just right, just to put it away, and then just to get it back out later. Like a 30-minute prep time both ways. 1 hour of just putting your boat away and getting your boat back out. And it's just not for me. All right, the names are shuffled. Now the audience splits the shuffle. Reed CS Man, do you mind translating the $36 into the Magic Cart for an extra slot, $4 less? I could probably do that for you. You've been real nice to me recently, so I'll give you $4. But that's assuming there's an open spot in the Magic Cart. It might actually already be sold. All right, so Asmer chose 4. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. We don't really negotiate too many prices here, so I would just do it just to be nice because you've been placing some big-ass orders. Oh, yeah, that's a nice tear. Like that. Ooh, look at that Brock's Onyx. One way you can tell that this looks right, do you see the line running down the middle? So that is correct. If you open up a booster pack and that line was missing, you'll have to think harder about the booster pack. Like, is it just a booster pack that never got... Oh, the booster pack's been exposed to moisture, I would say, too. That's interesting. You can tell because of the edges being slightly more brownish. We are. All right, we've seen that. They're called like moldy packs or something, but it doesn't affect their grade. Their grade is the same. Here it is, Sarah Dusenberry taking the first card on the back. Now, this should be a energy card on the back. Yes, it is, and it's the best possible energy card, the Fire Energy card. So if you're going to get an energy card, which obviously you don't want to be the one to pull the energy, if you're going to pull it, pull the Fire one. People pay more for the Fire Energy. Here it is, Jim Heroes Fire Energy. So I can't remember. Is this the rare card? How do they do it? Is it 3 from the back or 2 from the back from them? I can't remember. Let's find out. I got to write down like a cheat sheet in Discord that tells me how many cards from the back before the rare for each of these. Oh, Sarah's got another one in a row. Here you go, Sarah. All right, check this out. Well, that is looking super clean. Pop this around. Oh, baby, look at that. Erica's Dratini. That's beautiful. Sorry, I hold my hand over here because my hand is normally here for the horizontal. I got to remember to pull my hand all the way over here. So here you go. Erica's Dratini. Wow, man. Look at that. That's an uncommon in this set. Beautiful. People are used to Dratini being more like a common card, but he is uncommon in this set. Super neat. I swear, please give me something here. I love your enthusiasm. You're really enjoying it the way it's meant to be enjoyed. Here's Jesse Selena. Jesse Selena. Here we go. He's been around for a very long time. There you go. Brock's Training Method. Okay, a little unlucky, but, you know, it is a nice card overall. Very nostalgic. You got Onyx, you got Brock. Jesse Salinas. I had a million of those when I was opening this set when I was younger. We opened up a lot of Gym Heroes when I was young. I owned the Sabrina's Gengar as a kid or teenager. I guess I was a little bit of a young teenager. Jesse Fletcher. Jesse Diaz. I got to find out if Jesse Salinas already has a bag. He might need a new bag. Okay, so we've got Gene, Jeremy. It's all up to fate. It's all up to fate, Mr. CS Min. Sometimes you get the good luck, sometimes you get the bad luck, and it all kind of evens out. So if you have bad luck here, I wouldn't sweat it. If you have good luck here, I wouldn't over celebrate, because one day you'll have bad luck and it'll even out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about having fun. It's about the entertainment, it's the excitement, the anticipation. Here you go, Jesse. So you'll see I put a little bit of bulk cards in this bag. That's to give the bag some thickness. I don't like it when bags are too thin. One card in the bag is too thin. So he's got his card now. This might be the rare. So that's CS Min. That might be the rare. I'm not 100% sure. I can't, it looks like it's going to be a non-hollow from my point of view. So that looks like it might be a non-hollow. So we don't have as much space on the table as before. So let's do this. I'm going to put this back here. CS Min, we saved the rare for last, just for the anticipation. Okay, and then we have Beatrice Moniz. Okay, now even though that's probably the rare, even though he's got the... Now, wait a second. That looks like the rare. That looks like the rare, and it looks like a hollow. Hold on, that might be the rare. Oh, this might be it. Okay, This, I think, is the rare. Remember, I didn't remember how many from the back the rare was, but this looks like it could be an actual holographic. So notably, though, it's a bit thinner on the top, fat on the bottom. So Miss Beatrice, I don't think that that will grade 10. But it could be a nice 8. All right, I'm going to bring this back up. I suspect that this is now an uncommon. Are you ready? Oh, Misty's Wrath uncommon it is. All right, CS Men, you missed the holo by 1. No! Oh, I'm sorry, man. I thought it would be 3 from the back, but it's actually 4 from the back. The holo or the energy card did not count. So we are getting a heavy booster pack. We are getting one with the holographic in it, and it looks like Beatrice's lucky day. CS Men, you're going to pick up a nice Misty's Wrath. Don't undervalue this. It's got Misty and Psyduck on it, okay? All right, don't undervalue it, because if that were to grade 10, someone's going to collect that. I always tell people who get trainers that. If you get a trainer card, don't give up, because if yours can grade 10, that's a big freaking deal. It could be worth $65, $75 all by itself. Okay, and look at that. Oh, man, Beatrice cut right between your spots to pull that holo. I'm pretty sure that's the holo. You know the tough part, CS Men? Usually they're not holographic. Holographic is rare. Sabrina's Gaze. Sabrina's gay? I knew it. There you go. All right. Very nice. Okay, we have Zachary Stex is next. So that's like the one spot that Zach took from you. Let's see what Zach gets in your place. Let's see if it's any good. Charmander. Oh, it's just a Brock Zubat. Okay, but it's still really cool. Okay, Brock Zubat. Zach's. Let's grab your bag. We just had it. 100K giveaway. We are going to have a giveaway when we hit 100,000 subscribers, which, by the way, we are ticking closer to that all the time. When we hit 100,000 followers, we are doing a $5,000 giveaway. We normally do a $1,000 giveaway every 10,000 subs. But it's going to be special because 100,000 is special. Ryan Shapiro picking up Lieutenant Surges Voltorb. Okay, that's not too crazy. So Beatrice has a holo. You guys realize that means it could be the Gengar, right? It looks like a holo to me. It has a slight warp to it. Cards that are not holographic don't tend to warp like that. So it appears to be a heavy pack, everybody. Here's Lucas Lange. Mr. Lucas. Someday my luck has to change. Well, here's some information. Did you know Beatrice has actually been in a lot of breaks and most recently has had very tough luck? And so she got into this one too, and this time it's good luck. So that's just kind of how it goes. If you just get into a lot of breaks over a long period of time, you win some, you lose some. If the odds are 1 in 11, then you should be getting the rare card on average once every 11 breaks, right? And if you got it more often than that, that means you're having much better luck than someone else. So your average pull rate should be 1 in 11. Here's CS Man. For this particular break, it should be 1 in 11. You have to think of it that way. So if you get into a break that has a 1 in 25 odds, means you should be pulling it about 1 every 25 tries. Misty Star You. All right, so my perspective on this pack right now, so far, a lot of trainers. Not a lot of good cards came out of the common uncommons. The Erica's Dratini stands out to me, but there's a lot of better cards than Erica's Dratini. So this pack, in terms of the common uncommons, has been kind of unlucky. And then we already know what the last card is. It's for Darren Thompson, and it is the Brock's Onyx we saw at the beginning. Darren Thompson, congratulations on your lovely Brock's Onyx. So let's go grab his card, his bag. All right. Darren Thompson. Now, what did Beatrice pull? Is Beatrice here by chance? Beatrice shows up to a lot of the streams. Love for Beatrice to see it live. Okay. Some real nostalgia in that old pack, by the way. All right. So, this could be Gengar. Are the odds good that it's Gengar? Not really. Unfortunately, it's really off-center, too. Do you see the centering on it? Look how fat the bottom is. Oh my gosh, it's Brock. The whole pack was pretty tough this time, but it is a heavy pack. So congratulations to Beatrice Moniz. There's your Brock Holo trainer. Darn, man. Darn, it would have been an insane clip if it had been that Gengar. That Gengar, by the way, sells for ridiculous amounts of money. So imagine it was like really well-centered with no dots, and then we flipped it around and it's a Gengar and it grades 10. That'd have been so crazy. Beatrice would have been pulling like a $4,000 card if that had happened. But it is Brock, but it's still really cool. It's your Brock. There we go. Sometimes the card you pull yourself is more special than the one you buy directly graded off of like eBay. Okay. Mister, you should do more of these with like super old packs that are weighed already. So we do it one way only. We do unweighed. And that has worked really surprisingly well. So like, see this? This was actually a heavy pack. And if I had sold it to you as a heavy pack, I would have made you pay so much more than $36 a spot. It probably would have been like $50 a spot. Maybe it would have been like 60, I don't know. But it would have been like crazy expensive. But since it was unweighed, you all got into it pretty cheap. Now, what's the downside to that? Sometimes we get light packs. But I don't test the packs at all. I just get them in, and then I just set them up, and I let you guys see if there's good luck or bad luck in them. And I don't worry about it on my side. And we have pulled so many good cards that way. Like, who here remembers not that long ago, we just pulled a holographic Dark Raichu. You guys know what I'm talking about? That was just a couple packs ago. Holographic Dark Raichu came out. Once again, unweighed prices. And yeah, it's been good. But again, sometimes more often than not, it's going to be a light pack because that's how it works. Light packs were 3-to-1. So there's more light packs than heavy packs out there. Here we are. I was there for the Raichu. Yeah, it was super cool. And had I known that that rocket pack was heavy, you would have paid, like, let's say we were selling heavies and lights, you would have paid some crazy premium on that. And it's just, I don't know, it's not as fun because you don't know what's in it. If you already know it's heavy, it's not as fun. Speaking of which, we got to pick another pack now. Let me put this empty foil away. Where am I putting empty foils these days? I guess I'll put it over here. I don't know. We got to pick a new pack out. If you guys will just give me a second. Let's see. New pack time. How about one we haven't done in a while? I'm tempted to host a Sandstorm. Sandstorm's going to be a lot more expensive. And I mean a lot, because there's only 9 spots in Sandstorm to split. But Sandstorm's very special. You can pull a holographic Umbreon out of here that is selling for stinky amounts of money. It's huge amounts of money now. But let me see what we can get this around. Give me a minute here. I really like Sandstorm. Yes, Sandstorm it is, everybody. Sandstorm's the next vintage pack break. It's a set that the current community is undervaluing because they do not realize it's an evolution set. No one thinks evolutions when they open up Sandstorm. It is an evolution set. And that's a piece of information that a lot of people just don't have. They don't know it. It's so rare. Like, there's so few of those Umbreons out there that people don't know it even exists. So that will be the next one. Not going to be cheap, but I highly recommend it. Of course, the evolutions aren't the only interesting pulls in this set. All right. Sometimes he does do breaks on Japanese packs. Ooh, Sandstorm, damn son, where'd you find this? I would kill for a PSA 10 Armaldo. The Armaldo's not really what we're hunting for. Hopefully we get something better than Armaldo. All right, the price tag on this one will be $66 a spot. All right, so there we go. Again, there's a Umbreon that comes out of here. Let's see what he last sold for. What's cool about Sandstorm is it's one of those sets that comes with reverse hollows. And so reverse hollows are introduced at this point. So even if the pack is not a heavy pack, which it probably is not a heavy pack, but even if it's not, you're still going to get a reverse hollow. So let's see if we can find an Umbreon for sale at all. Nope. And then let's see if there is one that sold most recently. Let's check sold. Okay, so the most recently sold Sandstorm Umbreon right here sold on July 27th for $2,930. That's pretty good. That means the card's crept all the way up to 3,000 with hardly anyone even knowing it exists. Okay. Very nice. I actually own one. I could show it off to you if you really want to see it. If you see it, you're going to want a spot in here. That's the problem. So if you see it, you're going to be like, do I have $66 laying around somewhere? Okay. There we go. I have the Jolteon from Sandstorm. The cards are cool. Oh, yeah. Where would I even be keeping that Umbreon? I don't know where I would be keeping that in order to show you guys. So you notice for this booster pack, it says 9 and 9. That's because there's fewer cards in there. That also means you have a higher odds of being the one to pull the holographic. If it's a heavy pack, it'll have 2 holographics in it. But that's only if it's heavy. All right, let me just see if I can find this Umbreon. Oh, you guys want to see some Umbreons? Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button if you want some Umbreons. Check this out. So there's our little prismatic guy. We got to have him, right? Here's a little Umbreon. There's a little Umbreon Darkrai. That's nice. There it is. Pop 25. Sandstorm Umbreon. He's only a reverse holo in this set. Go zoom into there. Very rare. I got mine with even a more recent cert on it, too. How nice is that? Confuse Ray and Moon Impact. So there you go. There is an Umbreon. I got this for $800 on 125 beginning of the year. Now, recently sold for $3,000. What's going on there? No one even knew it existed. No one knew it existed. It's like this Umbreon that no one's ever heard of before. Ooh, look at that. Karen's Umbreon. Delta species Umbreon. All right. Could you please check on the Magikarp when you have time? Yes, we'll know about the Umbreon, or the Magikarp in a moment here. So we were just showing that off. We have the new pack split prepared. It's a pricier one. All right. Let's see. Magikarp has not gone off. It just got set to the side because I thought it was probably full. Team Rocket Grunt says 1 spot in the Magikarp. All right, so Team Rocket Grunt bought the last spot. So that's why I was telling you, I was saying it probably sold. Okay, now Magikarp is going off, everybody. Okay, you've taken a big spot in here, CS-Man. You've taken 3 spots. That makes your odds a little worse than 50%. It's a little less than 50. Good luck in there. Magikarp's going off. Somebody's going to own this for 40 bucks. It's called the lightning break because it finishes so fast. Sometimes it doesn't finish fast. You really have to choose a card that everyone definitely wants. There you go. If you don't manage to do that, then it just doesn't explode like this. May the force be with you, breakers. Yes. Okay, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. Got to be exactly 7. That's a sweet looking fish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So again, the reason you're not going to find this on eBay is because somebody actually has to host this break, and eBay can't do that. eBay can host auctions. Maybe there should be a website for breaks, you know. You got websites for sport betting, websites for online slots, and all the other stuff in between. Why no, maybe there are, I bet you there are places trying to do that. I think I heard that. Didn't I hear GameStop's trying to do that or something like that? Yeah, they're trying to get into that, but we host it right here on the table. No funny business, no like digital machine deciding who wins and who loses. None of that. Everything's done by hand with real packs, a real list, right? This card, this is the list, right? So give me a number, guys. CS-Man says 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, there we go. So we've got the split in for both sides, and we're ready to go off. What do we got? We've got Steven Sistrunk. CS-Man must be devastated. I'm so sorry, man. It goes right over to Mr. Steven Sistrunk. Congratulations, Steven. We like Mr. Steven. He's been good to us. Here's Timmy Lowe. You were close, Timmy. Okay. Here's Team Rocket Grunt. Right. Jose Arredondo. CS-Man. CS-Man. I think you're about to pull the star spot, so it could be worse. Ah, there it is. So CS Min pulls the star spot. So it's kind of more like you lost $80 on this break this time. You can see how the breaks can run your wallet through really rapidly. It's like you get to know the outcome of your luck super right away, you know. Whereas if you open booster packs, it takes a little longer sometimes. Sort of, not really actually. You can spend $80 on booster packs really fast these days. All right, so the Magic Carp goes to Mr. Steven. Steven watching today, is he here? I'm gonna cry. You're experiencing the highs and the lows, Mr. CS Min. This is what anyone here in this stream who's been here for more than a year, they've been through all of this. They know exactly what you're feeling. There we go. But yeah, opening packs is a very strongly emotional thing. And these packs are very special because they contain a chance for really, really strong pulls. Here we are. All right. Oops. All right. And all right, so these are restocked. The story is not quite over for you. This gives you a small chance to pull something else. Do you know that? So let me show you what you'd be pulling. You'd be pulling. See over here? Here he is. All right, so your name now goes into this break, whether you wanted to or not. It's to guarantee that the oldest card finishes. That's the point of this. It guarantees the oldest card goes off. Okay, and Manga D Teach now has 7 spots left. So you have 1 spot in here. Your odds are 1 in 17. There you are. You could actually get pulled out of here. We've seen that many times. The star spot guy gets pulled in another break. So if you did get pulled in Marshall D Teach, it's like now you get to sell that card on eBay or consign it or whatever you want to do with it. Trade it maybe. And you're quickly able to get your value back out of it. That's why the star spot does have some value, right? So star spot, another shot in another break. There we go. Okay. And Manga 1 goes up here. By the way, so that means this guy is up to 10 out of 17. He's getting quite close, guys. We have a 6-person order. Luke Laurie, just for my slabs, a round of shipping. Luke Laurie. Everyone, he did in fact split the packs. Here's Luke Laurie. Very good. Just the slabs. Okay, let's go ahead and print postage. Beavis, you're an idiot. Karis and I have been watching Beavis and Butthead. Do you guys watch that ever? It's so entertaining in a really bizarre way. Such a unique piece of content. Can you check Discord NHCC? Let me hit OK on that. What was it that we were supposed to open for you again, Mr. Brandon? I actually cannot remember. Jump back over here. It's probably your turn about now, don't you think? What is going on with this? How can this software be so bad? Okay, now print. Is it working? Oh my God, it's working. South Park is also good. I feel like South Park's been falling off a little bit. They are. I feel like their content's a little predictable. Okay, this is just for slabs. It doesn't have the same, like I'm not invested in the stories of the people of South Park. I think I started going downhill when they started the Tegrity Weed. Luke Laurie says, PSA grading. We already took care of that. NHCC. Can you jump me in the AO pack break to keep sealed, please? Use my store credit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. We got multiple people asking about that one because it's a good one. So are you doing a 100K giveaway? I sure am. Yes. But this card right here is going to be given away sooner than that. I just got to decide how it's given away. I don't know how we should give away the Mario. Like, what should the rules be, you think? Should it just be a standard giveaway, or should we do something other than that? I was going to say $143. Thank you, Mr. NHCC. And now let's get you into that pack split. Okay. Pack split should be up here. I believe there's 3 out of the 6 people needed in it now. Not pack split, pack break. So with the pack break, it is not automatically opened. You have to tell me to open it. I assume you want to keep it sealed. If you decide you want to open it, that's fantastic. Everyone here wants to know what's inside. But this is a great way to try and obtain a sealed old booster pack. So it's really fun. 41 and 6 odds pack break. That's for Ancient Origins. Could contain an ancient trait Gyarados in here. That'd be amazing. Okay. Keep sealed. Yes, by default, we'll keep it sealed for everybody. Robert says, use the $40 credit for a spot in the Gengar. Oh, yeah. The Gengar's a big one. Wait, what is that? So that is going to be, this is another break. You're going to find out, CSMin, that we host a lot of breaks. You get a lot of choices. Some move faster than others. Some are more niche. But there's always a lot of breaks. So Robert Tumman's jumping into this, the mega sub list. And if you've never thought about this, CSMin, this one's very crazy. This is the craziest one, actually. So this is called the mega break. It's for this Gengar. You know how much this card is worth? This one is $3,300. $3,300. It's from 1996. It's holographic. And it's a vendor card, meaning it never came out of a booster pack. It came out of a vending machine. Not only are these very hard to grade 10, there just weren't that many printed. So right now, this is a holographic Gengar with a population of about 33. He's just an incredibly rare Gengar. Not only that, he's got the artwork of the original Game Boy on the back. Look at that. That's the sprite from the Game Boy game. Pretty crazy. So this is a special Gengar that I've got like 3 of them, and so I'm selling one of them because I got to get you guys something cool, right? So we got to have something cool up on the table. Robert Tumman is going into this break. It's $40 or $400. You get to choose. Do you want a big spot for $400 or a little spot for $40? So there he is. This is a little spot down here. It's a 10-spot list. And basically what you want to do is you want to get pulled out of here, and it gives you a big spot. Or you can outright buy a big spot. So you can just buy a $400 spot, and then that'll give you 1 in 8 odds if you buy a big spot. So that is moving a bit faster than I expected. Popular one. Let's see. So Brandon says, I'll get the Magic Collector Pack when the queue is clear. You want a Magic Collector Pack? Is that right? You should do it right now because we're running out of time. Where am I keeping it? You want a Magic Collector Pack? Let's see. Very good. Says what we're opening. Mr. Brandon, 1 Magic Pack. Give me a second here. All right. Spider-Man Final Fantasy. 165 for Final Fantasy. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Set that there. Ooh. All right. Hey, mister, it's been a while. Do you still have a place where you post higher-end slabs for sale? Yeah, in our Discord server, we still have those slab channels that get updated all the time. Currently, the expensive slab channel is kind of like a month old, so that puts it kind of out of date, but you can still check there. So you have 235 remaining. Okay, 235. Very nice. All right. I'm getting in that Sandstorm tomorrow and probably a slot in that other one too. Yeah, the Sandstorm's cool because no matter what, you're going to get a card out of there. So just like you got some cards out of the Gym Heroes. So those are really fun. The pack splits, I mean, we've opened a lot of cards in the pack splits. They're so fun. Ready? All right. Here is Hero. I'm sorry, Brandon, I can't do that. Here's Hero. You ready? Here goes. So this is a $165 Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy booster. These were super high quality packs. They're like super premium. That's the word I'm looking for. You ready? So we've got Ultima. People are trying to pull out the numbered chocobos out of here, and I would love to pull one right now. You've got Orphan, Summoning Sender, Noctis, Prince of Lucis. Here's General Leo, Tella, Great Sage. Here's Plains. Here's Stolen Uniform. Ooh. Torgal, A Fine Hound. Clash of Icons. Ash, Princess of Dalmasca. Albed Salvagers. Magitech Infantry. That looks crazy. Sephiroth's Intervention. Oh, that's cool. Adventurer's Airship. All right. So I'm going to put the Sephiroth in the front for this little pile. Missouri next to redraw congressional maps. How do you guys feel about that? I feel like that's kind of like cheating at the game, but both Democrats and Republicans are doing it. It would be nice if they both agreed not to do it. Here it is. I remember thinking it was kind of like a dirty trick, and Republicans were really upset about it because Democrats were doing it and Republicans weren't. And so now I understand Trump's calling on Republicans to do it. So now he wants to use the dirty trick, and it's just like, I don't know, dude. Maybe maybe it should just be redrawn by like some sort of impartial AI or something, but nobody will ever agree on that. So it's actually a tricky thing. The other thing Trump wanted to do, he wanted to redo the census. Remember that? He wants to redo the census, but require that you're a legal citizen in order to be counted in the census, because it's believed that if you did it that way, some states would actually lose some seats because they're overrepresented by people who are not here as documented citizens. Here's Telegreat Sage. So those are, yeah, it's very interesting. It's like tinkering or trying to manipulate the rules of the game in your favor. If you think of voting like a game, they're saying, wait a second, we don't just want to play the game. We want the rules to be in our favor, not in your favor. And so that's dangerous stuff to play around with, because if you play around with that too much, then it sort of invalidates the feeling like you're in a democracy where people play the game by the rules. All right, that is for Mr. Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. Mr. Brandon, you got to make sure that everyone feels like the rules are fair, and you don't want to mess around with it and force through new rules. I feel like that's what kind of happened during COVID, and that's why the Republicans felt so strongly like the election was a fake election, because they said, well, wait a second, you changed it to unsolicited mail-in votes, and we don't agree to that rule change. So you got one party saying we don't accept the outcome, and that's a dangerous thing for a democracy to have that scenario. So now we've got Dominic Gonzalez, 8 packs EV Heroes Korean. You got it, man. Let's see. Michigan uses an impartial group to line districts. Yeah, and that's so difficult. Like, how do you do that? How do you get anyone to be impartial? Don't you think that's like really difficult? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we go. There probably is a way to organize it in the most fair way, and that's what I would support. Like, it shouldn't be based off of, can we create these really goofy congressional lines or district lines in order to win? It should be like, what is the most natural way the lines should be drawn, you know? But that's really hard to say, because somebody can always make an argument, no, this doesn't look right, you know? We are. And it can really be the difference between losing or gaining a House seat. So it's kind of a big deal. And I feel like that's what Trump was all about. Like, when he came in and he said, we're definitely getting a conservative into the Supreme Court, he said what everyone was thinking, that, well, we like to think that the Supreme Court is this impartial body, but they're really not. They're Supreme Court justices that vote strongly Democrat or strongly Republican, and they're in that position for life. So it really matters who you place into that seat. People are not truly neutral. They always fall into, I'm a little more conservative in my personality type, or I'm more liberal in my personality type. And so Trump came out and said, we need to stop fooling around with the Supreme Court and just get it in our favor. We're going to put a hardcore conservative in there. And so the Supreme Court becomes something that maybe the founding fathers didn't envision. It becomes another ruling body. It becomes a body of politicians that declare policies. And it wasn't meant to be that way. Here it is, Mr. Dominic. And I think the Republican Party got really serious about that after a couple things occurred. One of them was the abortion ruling, Roe v. Wade, which has now been overturned as a result of Trump getting to pick Supreme Court justices. The other one was the gay marriage one, was kind of a big deal. Gay marriage, and they're targeting that right now. They're targeting gay marriage. They're saying that should be a states' rights issue, not a federal issue, decided by a Supreme Court. It should be decided by politicians that get voted for. And I find that just really fascinating, just watching it. Bryce Wolf, 1 Lord of the Rings action flips, 1 Carddass Nikke, 2 Rocket Korean, 2 Black Flame Korean. We got to move fast. How much time we got left? Ooh, it's 7 o'clock right now. We're running out of time, guys. It's 7 o'clock right now. Okay, so Lord of the Rings action flips. Oh, yeah. Okay, Lord of the Rings action flips. 1 Lord of the Rings action flips. 1 Carddass Nikke. Here's the Carddass Nikke. Okay. 2 Rocket Korean. 2 Rocket Korean. Let's see. Here they are. We got so many sets. They're all scattered all over the place. 2 Black Flame Korean. Sorry if I'm not reading your messages, guys. I focusing real hard on this. I want to get this all taken care of. Oh, no. Do we have an open box of this? Yeah, here we are. Okay. Whew. Try and get as many of these orders done before time is up. Let's see. Pretty sure that there was a bill for that got shut down. I care about one thing in Missouri. I want Missouri to be like the other no-tax states. We should be a no-tax state. And I think if that happened, Missouri would be such an attractive place to move to. Like if Missouri becomes a no-state tax state, that is so sexy. Like everyone loves it. People are willing to pay high taxes in Texas on their real estate because it's a no-tax state on your income. And so it's really goofy. It's like this thing you get to brag about. It works. It's like an advertisement billboard. No taxes in Missouri. And people go, ooh, I'm moving there. You know, it's working for Texas, it's working for Florida, working for Tennessee, Nevada, all these places. But then you find out when you read the fine details, you pay for those taxes one way or another. Like in Nevada, they survive off of casino gambling. In Texas, they survive off of house taxes. You pay a lot of home taxes. Places like Florida, they survive off of tourism, which I guess is the same for Nevada. So it's tourism. What the hell is this music? Konnichiwa. Dachi Nikke. Okay, let's get out of here. Gadu. It's not my music. Anyways, so I would love for Missouri to become a no-tax state because then I would just stay here. I'd be like, I'm already in a good state. It's cheap, it's affordable. I've got a beautiful lake house, and the taxes are low, and the cost of living is low. Here we are. Look at that Zapdos. All right. Like, I live pretty close to one of the best theme parks in America. It's called Silver Dollar City. It's not that far of a drive for me at all. It's like an hour and a half drive if you drive fast. Are you ready? All right. Have you ever opened EV Heroes yet? I had to leave for a moment. Yes. We opened up the EV Heroes. No spicy hit out of there. Just some typical cards. No spicy alt art came out, okay? You'll have to rewind the stream to see the playback on that, okay? All right, so this is an ad. Throw that away. And then this is like a Topps Chrome card. Galadriel. Beautiful. If you guys are having a great time in the stream, be sure to smash that subscribe button. We go live multiple times a day, every day. So we're going to be back for Saturday. We're going to be back for Sunday. We stream twice on Monday. I want you guys to come back and have a good time with us. We'll open some cards. We'll do some free ones. We can talk about the news. We were talking about the news there a little bit. Yeah, I would say that this is a great stream if you like to be here and listen to the news and be informed and talk a little bit money. We talk money. We talk finances. Sometimes we talk relationships. We talk about all the adult things. Bryce Wolf. Here we are. Mr. Bryce. All right. I'd love it if Missouri became a no-tax state. I think it would trigger this state into growing, actually. I think people would be like, whoa, the land's so cheap in Missouri. The homes are so cheap in Missouri. It's all right. That's what people are doing. They're trying to find out, where can I buy a nice house and actually enjoy myself? Okay, 2 spots on the manga break. Mr. Bill Barron, he's going in on Marshall D. Teach. Marshall D. Teach now has 5 spots left. Thanks, Bill. Nice to see you again. Okay, Bill. All right. We talk about gym time, too. We talk a little bit about health and fitness. We talk about what we eat. Just pretty much anything. But it's a nice place to sort of have somebody to talk to. You know, sometimes life's like that you need someone to talk to because that's just part of being human. There we are. So you can come here and expect a conversation. All right. So this is going to be 11. You know, that's how Pokemon cards really work, by the way. That's one of my beliefs about Pokemon. Pokemon cards are not just about collecting. If you were collecting Pokemon cards in a vacuum, you'd get so bored of it so fast. You just would. The only reason Pokemon cards are fun is because it's actually a social activity. That's the truth about it. People get to see what you got. You can show off your cards. You know, you get to hunt for things. You get to see who wins, who loses. You know, somebody pulls the hot ones, someone pulls the cold ones. And then you talk about life. If Pokemon cards were something you did alone in a dark room and no one ever knew what you grabbed, what you opened, you'd be bored of it. just like back in the 2000s, before the internet, before the this became a social media kind of thing. So it's the fact that you get to share what you have and who won and who lost and all that other fun stuff. That's a major part of the enjoyment. And maybe not 100% of the enjoyment, but at least it's some of it. Okay, here's Elijah Martinez. I talk about jiu-jitsu, but no one will fight me. Fight me! I'm into jiu-jitsu. You got to do the jiu-jitsu dance. Martinez. There you go. Who's got the first card I need? I'll finish that Marshall B. Teach with my credit, remaining $30 for shipping. Ooh. There we are. You sure you want to do that? You might have to think it over. There we are. Let's see. Elijah, I'd feel bad for you if you missed. So this is up to 4 out of 6. There we go. Mister, my order is on the Discord message. Okay. Ivan Rodriguez, Discord, Polyrath, Myena, Rotor, and Team Rocket Meowth. So let's take a quick look at this. Ivan just placed a $150 order. He says, oh, that's Anthony Kalura. Hold on, mark on red. Okay, so oh, I like this, little pictures of it, huh? So these are all tag graded cards. Nice. And where can I find, did that Polyrath already sell? I feel like he already sold, but let's see. So did those come out of the August Discord? He said yes, Discord. I bet you those came out of the August Discord server channel. Yes, they did. Okay, time to start digging. Okay. Ooh. Thanks for the detailed breakdown. It's going to make my life so easy here. Oops, let me mark this in red. Okay, you ready, guys? So, here's a nice card. Poker Suicune. Here's a nice card. Carddass Gengar. It's nice. Here's a nice card. Carddass Ditto. I didn't know you went down there. Here's a nice card. Oh, but it fell out of my hands. We got so many slabs. I'm going to start selling some of these on eBay at some point. Especially now that we have a deal with tag grading. I'm probably going to start utilizing eBay, not for selling specialty cards where I'm having trouble selling them. No, we're going to sell normal cards just to get our volume up, just to get the volume of sales up. What am I looking for again? Okay. Because we're going to need to sell a lot of slabs. So there's the Polyrath. Okay. This is nice. He says without showing it off. Let's go doobadoo, 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 boobadoo, boobadoo. Is it really just going to be in the first stack? He's shipping a playmat, some extra besides cards. What time is it? It's 7-Eleven. We might save that for tonight. Is that okay? Why don't we save it for tonight? Because I'm supposed to have a hard stop at 7. So, oops. That's why I was trying to go so fast. I was trying to process the rest of these orders. Why are they so slippery? There you are. Here's Myena. And which one are we missing? The Meowth? So we're looking for Meowth now. There it is, Meowth. All right, cool. Cool, baby. I can stack these back up. That'd be nice. Oh, that always happens. All right, let's put this back over here. Whew. Some nice card sales there, huh? Hold on to those cards, you know, because as they age, they become more valuable. All right. You have to be real patient with them. Pokemon cards are interesting because they could go like 1 or 2 or 3 years without changing in price. And so you're sitting on them going, oh, why shouldn't these be stock or something like that, right? Like stock goes up 15% or something. But then 1 year, they like double and then quadruple in price. And you're like, why didn't I buy those? I should have had them the whole time. I'm so dumb. Ivan Rodriguez. She is pissed. I'm good with 5 spots on Marshall DT. $30 for shipping the EV Pouch playmat and cards. Let's grab this. Doesn't cost that much. Shipping should only be about 15 bucks for all that, so you should be good. I was just going to do the usual $9 just to be nice. Let's see. Ivan Rodriguez. I bought Miss Alexis some new shipping equipment, some new shipping boxes. She's going to be so excited. She gets really excited. She loves shipping stuff. All right, there we go. Ivan Rodriguez. Thank you so much, man. Beautiful cards. Like that. That's from Furious Fist, everybody, the Polyrath. Vertical's the best. They should be both streams. Yeah, I know you're teasing, but man, that is very tempting because I'm telling you, the views are so much better in vertical. It's not even close. We tested yesterday, Wednesday night, triple the views in vertical. And it wasn't just views. It was actually subscribes as well. We picked up significantly more subscribes. So we're just performing better in vertical. And maybe it's something to get used to, but I definitely want to do at least 1 vertical per day. And I still like horizontal too, but I don't think we get exposed to anybody in horizontal. I think we're getting exposed in vertical. All right, guys, we're all done for the daytime stream. It's 7:14. Busy from the beginning to the end. Very nice. I'll see you tonight for the nighttime stream. That 100K giveaway is going to be given away. We're going to start working on it tonight, okay? So be there. And don't forget, when you're in the daytime stream, to smash that like button. We're starting to sort of compare the 2 streams very closely to see who does more likes per capita. More. So like if there's 100 people, X number of likes, you know. So you want that number to be high because we'll start doing all the giveaways here in the daytime stream. We'll take it away from the nighttime stream. See you there, guys. We'll be back tonight for the late night stream.